No, 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 no. I'm alive! No, your eyes do not deceive you, my friend. I'm in fact back and alive. How long am I going to be back for? Probably till I get bored of making videos again. How long am I going to be alive for? Well, it depends on how good those videos do, because I might just end up killing myself. But the reason for my 2-week disappearance, oddly enough, has nothing to do with this channel. I had somewhat of a medical emergency on my hands, as you can tell from my thumbnail, which I use for clickbait. Long-time viewers of the channel know I have been talking about having a hernia for months now, and how it's ballooned in size to actually be the size of both of my fists put together. They also may be keen to remember the fact that I said that balloon-sized shape has dropped into my ballsack, hence making my nuts probably the biggest you would ever see in your life. Now, this may not come as a surprise to you, but you're not meant to have 3 balls, especially not one made out of your own guts, because that's what a hernia is. Essentially, it's your guts leaking through a weak part of your abdominal wall, either through strenuous exercise or physical activity. It's just a natural defect that all humans have, and if pushed to too much strain, you can get it yourself. The way I developed mine is, of course, through strenuous exercise and trying to bulge out these already gorgeous glistening muscles. I went through my bodybuilder era, okay? Because I wanted to feel more attractive and more appealing to women. Problem is, and nobody tells you this, if you are doing bodybuilding, it's not for women. The only people who are looking at you are other men, and they are the only ones who care and admire your muscles. Basically, what I'm saying is get into weightlifting if you're gay. Otherwise, I'm afraid you have to develop a personality. It's horrifying, I know. I too wish that women were just magpies that would see my muscles and go, ah! It's almost like they have their own agency and wants and needs, and vein lines on some guy's forearm isn't going to really impress them. Anywho, in spite of the early warning sign of this golf ball developing down below, I still continued to exercise and still continued to strain some gut spillage. Eventually, it became quite the concern when I was struggling to stand up, and at certain times my dick would just throb in pain. Oh, I said that like a millennial, didn't I? Oh, we need to talk about this. My dick's sore. Thus leading me to make an appointment with my GP. Now, I know there's a lot of criticisms towards the NHS and how they're slow, and I'm not here to defend it because it took 10 months before I got my surgery appointment, and that was only after I complained because it ballooned even bigger to the point where it was actually becoming hard for me to do my job. But I'm still gonna meet right that NHS with all my heart because it's free. And coming from a country where my proud heritage is, without socialized medical care, I'll take the long wait times. I shouldn't have memories of my parents arguing in the kitchen at 12 o'clock in the morning because my sibling was really sick and they were debating whether or not they could afford to take her to the doctor. I should have memories of going to the GP with that sibling and waiting in the waiting room for 10 hours instead. The way God intended. Kind of phallic looking, isn't it? That surgery occurred last Friday, where they finally cut me open and shoved everything back into place. Me being cocky and admittedly a little bit arrogant, thought that straight after my surgery I'd be able to get back to my regular life, doing my regular thing, but now I just have 2 weeks off to recover. Oh my god, I was wrong. I was so unbelievably fucking wrong. It was atrocious. I wasn't able to leave my house for 7 days. And I mean, I legitimately couldn't stand up, I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit on the toilet. All I could do was lay in bed and dingle my bell in hopes of that my dead wife's sister will come in and take care of me. I think on the first day after the surgery was the first and only day that I even attempted to have a wash, where I had like a weird sponge bath on the toilet, and then for the rest of it I just lived in my own filth and stink like a dirty little pig. I started smelling so bad that when I took my pants off I held my own breath, because you also got to remember that sweat builds over time, and because I wasn't washing or bathing myself and just getting redressed every single day, because I wasn't able to sit on the toilet long enough to have a wash, or shit mind you, that sweaty stink was developing everywhere. Every orifice, every pit, every hole. I've never in my life smelt that bad before. Not to even mention the fact that I couldn't brush my teeth either because I couldn't stand or sit long enough to do it. Point being, I had an absolutely miserable time because as someone who likes to keep busy, sitting still, laying still, and watching television for days and days on end doesn't agree with me. Although granted, I did manage to pick up myself a Steam Deck last month, and it was pretty cool to play through Civ 6 again, and pretty much just Civ 6 over and over and over again. Is there a larger point to the story? No, just don't be stupid like me. You need to take care of your body because you're not gonna live forever. And unfortunately, I learned that the hard way. I just wanted to give you guys a quick channel update. I'm not going to put too much effort into this video because you don't deserve that. And also, why would I blow all my load on what's basically an update video? I could have just made a community post, yeah, but nobody ever looks at those, so at least this way you guys know I'm not actually dead. And I'll see you very soon, boys and girls. Bye bye!